Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and thank you also for being here. I imagine it's been a tough, sluggish day, and you've just tuned into the Dribble Sports Show, Episode 7. I am Doug, and this speaking is also Frank.
Thank you.
Wow, you sound great also.
Thank you very much.
Have we done something to these mics?
Not sure, but we look great, we sound great, and just want to give a big shout out to the big dog upstairs. Jesus Christ.
Ah, yes.
We've come back after Easter. We've had a lovely couple of days off to enjoy with friends and family. And we've got a couple of good matches to talk about. We've got more matches coming up to preview as well, which is exciting.
Yep.
But it was a good week. How was your Easter? I had a good one.
It was good, mate. It was good. Also, shout out to Allah as well, just for anyone who believes in him. But yeah, my weekend was great. I didn't speak to neither Jesus, God, or Allah. I was hanging out with you. Thank you for the lovely Easter spread you provided me with.
That's all right.
It was quite filling.
Yes, it was.
And it was just happy to be in your company yet again.
Love
for the extra only hours away I get from you. We decided to spend together. So
I love that. It just says a lot, doesn't it?
it does about both of us, I think. But no, nonetheless, I had a great Easter, mate. How was yours?
It was good. It was good to get some downtime around the house to do fuck all. I usually get to go home and see the family, but didn't do it this year. Just sort of snuck up on me. But I reckon let's get into the NRL round review and get into what we want to talk about, because it was a pretty good week of footy, I thought.
No, I thought so too. I mean, to be honest, before I was writing up this run sheet for today, and before the Monday games, I was a bit like, hadn't really seen much from the AFL or the NRL. And I mean, South getting the win over the Bulldogs was huge. Probably the biggest part of the weekend for mine. I mean, what we had as the game of the week last week with the Storm and the Panthers. The Panthers just absolutely folded Melbourne. They made them look like a really bad football team.
Absolutely.
Plenty of questions about them that we'll dive into soon. But honestly, if it wasn't for the Eels-Tigers game, I thought it was a bit of a nothing round for the NRL. Do you think, I know the Sharks-Warriors game had potential, but the Sharks kind of smashed them. The Dolphins-Manly game was the complete opposite, I guess, which was somewhat exciting. But again, it was up until the last 10 minutes, it was literally one-way traffic.
There was a lot of movement. No one expected Manly to come out and bash the Dolphins like that.
Yep.
So that was pretty exciting. And then even the Melbourne Penrith game, people probably didn't expect that. I thought it had the potential to do that, which we'll touch on. But I don't know. There was a couple of results where I was like, oh wow, I don't think a lot of people would have seen that coming. Even the Bulldogs looking dog shit again, which we'll get into. So I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good round all round. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So and the cherry on top was yesterday's game, seeing the Eels fucking lose again. So
again,
things are still good in the world, right?
Yeah, absolutely love that. Mitch Moses tried to just single-handedly ruin a great game of footy by diving like a fucking skirt in front of the referee. I mean, he got the tiniest little clip above the fucking jaw, but the way he carried down and sprung up off the ground, was like, challenge it, my jaw, yeah, challenge it, mate. If it really hurt, you'd be fucking laying down. You would have got the free kick anyway.
Yeah,
so,
I don't mind that.
Absolute pissy from fucking Mitch Moses. So I'm glad that fucking Jock Madden kicked one from the fucking 10-metre line to just put them to bed. So
me too.
Sorry, Parra, you're still in the bin. I mean, but also, who would have expected to see fucking the West Tigers and the Newcastle Knights in the top 4 after round? So to be fair, there's a lot of headlines to get into.
There is.
Did we want to do...
Let's start with the biggest story of the week.
Let's do it.
The biggest story of the week. It has to be Manly, right?
Well, hey, I mean, Manly's biggest critic is sitting to my left.
Yes.
So, I mean, let's dive into it. Kieran fucking Foran, I mean, are they going to put a statue of him into the fucking Hello Sport grandstand yet or what?
I think they will. I mean, this is what people, I guess, wanted to happen. If you were a Manly fan, you wanted Kieran Foran to come in and just immediately have an impact. And I don't know if that goes to show you that they just hated Seabold, or... I think that's exactly what it shows. It shows you that Seabold was not loved by neither the brass at Manly nor the players. And it shows you what Manly can do when they actually respect who's at their helm. And I made a video saying that as a bit of a joke, but I tend to think it's true. You don't put 50 points on not the greatest defensive side in the Dolphins, and a team that's had some up and down success in this year. But they're not a bad side. Generally, they're not a bad side. Did they play awfully? Yes. Did they get zero traffic, zero ball, anything like that? Yes. But you can't take anything off Manly. They turned up. They absolutely steamrolled them. They took every single chance. Did they get a little bit of the rub of the green? Yeah, sure. But that's going to happen sometimes. So, yeah, I thought it was a pretty fun game to watch. I thought it was good to see Manly finally turn up after 5 rounds.
Yep.
And I actually thought Jake Trbojevic had probably his best game all year.
Yeah, I mean, well, he definitely had his best game all year because he's been pretty ordinary up until this point. I mean, to be fair, it's not just him. The whole team has been really bad. I mean, usually when you see a new coach come in, like betting on the betting aspect, it's kind of a bit touch and go. Like neither of us really wanted to really put a bet on it. No. And I mean, like the result would show why. I mean, the Dolphins, who you rate pretty highly, even I have recent weeks have sort of said, look, they definitely are a good side. I mean, they were fucking really bad. And like, I mean, how can you... like, the Dolphins, for me, it's a whole other story because I think there's huge overrated fucking headlines on the Dolphins. I have for a while. But, I mean, all credit to Manly. It was just fucking point score. They didn't just beat the Dolphins. They fucking flogged them.
Bad.
Like I said, the last 10 minutes, you take it out of their fucking garbage time. But, yeah, Jake Turbo was great. Tommy Turbo was great. But, yeah, the whole squad was just flying. So, I mean, a fresh touch of paint can do this to a club, hey?
They literally just couldn't put a foot wrong. It was like, passes that they would have missed the week before or knocked on, they just were catching and scoring, and they were playing just taking the piss footy with confidence. And I don't know, did you expect that after 4 weeks of looking like absolute shit? I mean, I didn't, but it was good to see. So
no, I mean, not against the Dolphins. Like I said, after last week's performance, I did not expect them to be that bad, the Dolphins.
And not at Four Pines as well. It's like their first game away, and they bash them. So you can rule the Redcliffe Dolphins out. They cannot win the 2026 premiership. They conceded 50, so their season is done. Our bet still remains.
I'd like to offer you a cash out.
Okay, what's the cash out?
I would like to offer you a cash out that if I'm just saying, I think they're fucked.
And remind people the bet. It's the Dolphins make the top 8.
Was it top 8 or was it top... Oh, so we said top 8, but then I tried to niggle my way to top 6 as I usually would.
Yeah.
But I think I think it's back to the top 8.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to offer you an early payout of just 0.25x. So was it a $50 bet or 100?
I don't know. It should be. You'd have it in your notes somewhere.
I think. Look. Let's just say I'll give you. I
reckon it was a hundo. I reckon it was.
I think it was too. So I'm gonna offer you the chance to pay me $125.
Yep.
Now.
Not a chance.
Not a chance. You're gonna write it out in the risk of paying me $200.
Yeah, we're 5 rounds in. There's a lot of twists and turns to come yet. I'm going to put that down to an extraordinary outcome by Manly, and I'm going to...
This is Manly. They didn't get beaten by 50, and I mean, they got flogged by the Sharks before. They've been bathed a little bit. I think you've just sort of...
They beat the Sharks. They beat my fucking Sharkies.
Sorry, not the Sharkies, but they've been bathed by Souths. I mean, they're currently sitting at 13th.
You're going to get that. You're going to get that in the big jobs. I appreciate the cash out, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to knock that back.
That's fine.
And I'm going to ride it out for the rest of the season.
That's fine. Look, the offer was there.
Yep. And I appreciate it.
But look, I'll quickly just dive into the rest of the scores before we dive into who was good and who was shite.
Yep.
So, yes, Manly flogged the Dolphins 52-18.
Season's
done. The mighty red and green machine, I actually missed the second half of this game. Unfortunately, we were streaming at the time, but the Rabbitohs getting the job done 32-24 over the Bulldogs in a high-scoring affair, surprising to some, I'd say. The Panthers in the game of the week flogged Melbourne 50-10. I mean, who the fuck's going to beat them? The Cowboys 32, Dragons 0. And to be honest, I'm sick of making clips of us shitbagging on teams, especially Manly, Dragons, Tigers, Eels.
It's boring.
Because they're bad. But what are we supposed to do with this? It's 0 points. Last week, I honourably mentioned the Dragons.
We let them go. We gave them a pass.
Out of love and respect for the friends of ours that support them. Because I do feel bad. We went to the pub. We're in another state, mind you, in Victoria. We put the game on, and I watched 2 Dragons fans watch that whole game, and they just gave us nothing for the rest of the night. I mean, it is so bad that this club lost by 32 points to the fucking Cowboys.
At home,
who've only beaten the Titans. I mean...
It's bad.
I mean, it is really fucking bad, Dragons fans.
Look, I have tried my best to reserve as much judgment for the Dragons as possible out of respect for my 2016 premiership coach. But that's the line for me. Unfortunately, I'm now out on the Dragons. I was in the Dragons' den. I was willing to invest. I was willing to hold. But unfortunately, Dragons fans, I'm out.
Are you in on my Dragons wooden spoon pick?
I mean, it's hard not to be, right? It's aging.
I don't know what I was playing on sports, but it was pretty good.
It's aging pretty well. They just honestly, they just got no speed anywhere. I think they're talking about picking up either Trey Fuller mid-season, maybe Drinkwater next year. to be honest, if they pick up Drinkwater, they're going to fucking repeat the cycle. Because is he good? Yeah, but is he a fucking... He's pretty lazy as well, to be honest. So
what happens to Gutho there? Just out?
maybe lock or somewhere where you don't need to have
Can he
speed
tackle?
out of the back line. I don't know.
I don't know. But
It's
he
a
is
tricky
fucking
one.
slow, isn't he,
'Cause
poor old Gutho?
he's got another year in his contract, so he might have to either get an early release, go to Super League or
Yeah.
something like that. But, like, I don't know. I don't know if... Do you put this down to the players or the coach? Or, like,
Again,
where do you put this?
I never put it down to the coach. It's a playing group. I know this just says everything against what I'm thinking with the Seabold thing, because Manly were just so 0 to 100.
Yeah.
But, like, I guess getting a new coach, you might be like, oh, thank God he's gone. All right, now I'm pumped. Fucking training this week's a bit better. We're doing different stuff. They're probably fucking playing tip, touch footy at training, having a bit of a laugh. They go out and smash him. But, I mean...
The only bloke watching this, rubbing his hands together like Birdman, was Kyle Flanagan. Kyle Flanagan's on the sideline with the fucking, concussion still. Poor cunt. That was pretty bad. But he's sit on the sidelines going, they didn't have me. And they, there was all this talk about me being shit and being the worst half at the club. He's out. They lose 32-0. They don't even sniff the try line.
Honestly, boot him and the fucking old man.
And they reckon, they're saying they're going to drop Atkinson this week.
Well, he hasn't done anything.
Flanagan's back in, apparently, after the head knock, and Atkinson is looking like he's going to get dropped. It's like, you sign this guy to be a half, you drop him after 4 rounds. I don't know. Who comes in? They don't even have anyone good. Like, King Tonga hasn't been extraordinary either.
That's just the thing, mate. They don't have anyone good.
It's tough. I honestly...
It's the thing they spent all that money on Keon. I get but do you want to...
And there might be a backflip.
But they've got, like, young forwards. What?
There might be a backflip there.
No way.
Well, like, would you want to go there?
Well, I mean, I don't think he can, but I mean, I'd lick at my lips.
Fucking oath he can.
The thing is, we couldn't afford him there, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because we just signed Payne Haas.
I tell you what, though, if I was getting a toss-up between $1 million from the Dragons and $1 million from Perth or somewhere else, I'd fucking think about it.
Too late now, poor old Keon, but...
I think about it.
Look, worrying signs for the Dragons.
Bad.
The Broncos beat the Titans 26-12. I didn't watch that one, but...
Bit of a shit fest.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be much excitingness. Sharks 36 beat the Warriors 22. We watched that at your place.
Fins up, bitch.
Sharks, for once, were quite enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
They gave the Warriors pretty much a bath. I mean, they scored 3 identical tries on the right-hand side with DWZ, and they were all great finishes, to be fair, so credit to him.
And Will Kennedy fucking scored 2 of the
same
try as well.
But he could have scored more, because fucking he butchered, rather than taking it himself, he tried to throw this last-minute pass, and DWZ got that knockdown and Stone Shield would have gone in untouched, so there could have been more points there, but good game nonetheless. So tip the hat to the Sharkies there.
Fins up, we're back, baby.
Fins up.
All I want to say is, look, I did shitbag him a couple of weeks ago, and I said I wanted to see increased effort, and I've seen it. I've seen him bounce back in the last couple of weeks. So
you never know who's watching and listening to
exactly
the
right.
Mate.
You have to put your thoughts and your feelings and your opinions out there, and I'm glad that I've seen them bounce back and show a bit more ticker. So
absolutely
keep that coming.
Yep.
And us Sharks fans will be pretty happy.
Yes, mate. It was a good win. So tip the hats to them. Newcastle Knights beat Raiders 32-12. I mean, a little bit unexpected. I can't remember who I tipped. I think I tipped Raiders, but said online I went the Niners at home.
Definitely were saying we like the value on the Knights.
Yeah.
They were underdogs.
Yeah, I think I actually ended up tipping the Raiders in the end there, because I just thought Raiders, when they play well, they're a decent squad, but I think now I've seen enough of the Raiders. They just are shells of themselves. Knights still impressive at home, 32-12. It's just great. It's just great.
See what happens when you get rid of Adam O'Brien, and then he goes to the Bulldogs, and they can't score a fucking point. It's brilliant. I wonder what the correlation could be.
Sucked in, Banks.
Let me know if you figure out the correlation between the Knights being fucking awful in attack and now the Bulldogs not scoring points.
I love it.
Here, I'll point it out. It's fucking Adam O'Brien. He's their attack coach. Anyway, continue.
I think it's the rest. I think it's the Bulldogs 17 that are all shit.
Could be.
And the Easter Monday, it was a fucking great game. We had an overtime thriller. The West Tigers defeated the Parramatta Eels. Score isn't here currently. It was 22-20, wasn't it?
22-20.
22-20 of the West Tigers. I mean, I loved the Tigers at plus money. I think that was my value bet, or at least what was Doug's double? Was it the Tigers? Honestly, I raged it in the middle of the early last week.
Can't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was I can't remember either, but I literally raged out of nowhere saying plus money. It was somebody. It was an underdog, but I don't know. Actually, you know what? I think it was the Dolphins. Don't know. Look, nevertheless, the Tigers got the job done there for Parramatta. Sucked in Mitch Moses. Love to see him lose. But yeah, look, who was the team that impressed you the most?
It was the Penrith Panthers.
Yeah,
it's hard not to be with the Penrith Panthers this week. Like, there's a few. Obviously, it could be Manly, could be the Knights. So there's a couple that I liked, but to be honest, to put 50 on the Melbourne Storm and their 2026 season in round 5, the Melbourne Storm cannot win the 2026 premiership.
They won't.
How good is it?
No.
And guess what? Who fucking said this?
You.
It's nice. I tried to tell people that, unfortunately, the Melbourne Storm squad had some questions around it.
Mm-hmm.
And did it look like it was aging pretty poorly the last couple of weeks? Yes. But it feels good to see this come through. They cannot win. A few stats I want to touch on.
Sure.
Possession, 55-45 to the Penrith Panthers. So a pretty favourable advantage there. It's usually a little bit less than that. But Storm had 94% completion rate in that game. They had 8 less sets overall. But 94% completion. Like, if you go and look at the Dolphins versus Manly, that was another bang job. But the Dolphins completed at like 60 to 70%, awfully. The Storm played pretty decently when you look at these stats. Penrith nearly doubled their run meters. Line breaks were 10-2. Kick return meters 318 to 86. That just shows you how that power out of the back from Penrith. Penrith made more errors. They had more penalties, and they fucking beat them by 50 points. So when you think about it like that, a pretty insane performance. I don't know where you look to. It's like Cleary, unbelievable. Thought Talangi had a really good game. Tom Jenkins on fire. Casey McLean has to be one of the most underrated players in the comp right now.
Yep.
It's like, where is the letdown? I don't know. They look unbelievable, and it's hard not to be impressed with them every single week so far.
Yeah,
who was yours?
I hate it because we keep, like, every year we just fucking have to say how good Penrith are.
I
And,
know.
like, back in the day, I used to fucking hate them because I hated... To be fair, most of the players I disliked
They're
have
fine
left.
now, yeah.
Blue-Eye, Crichton, like, Lenu, not for any particular reason, but
What's the correlation?
Nothing. I thought they were all just grubs and they used to beat South and fucking push and shove with the golden boy Latrell all the time. So, but yeah, Penrith are going to be hard to beat this year, unfortunately. I don't fucking see anyone beating them. Even if we fucking put an all-stars team together, I reckon we'd be pretty tough.
Yeah.
But look, the team that impressed me most, mate, was your Sharks, actually.
Ooh.
Like I said, prior to the game yesterday, I didn't think a whole lot really got me aroused below the belt. And look, Nico showed signs of glimpses. Like he was brilliant in touches.
Give him his credit for
which
sure.
you'd ask for sure. I mean, every time I looked on the TV, he was making some sort of line break, just giving the last minute pass. Will Kennedy as well.
Yeah, he was good.
Was pretty good. I mean, he literally scored the exact same try off the exact same scrum play, and he could have scored it again if DWZ didn't butcher that fucking intercept try. But I mean, the Warriors, like, at times kind of were good in attack, and I got question marks with Stone Street and Kale Iro in defense a little bit.
No way.
But hey, they were sharp in attack, and they put on fucking big points against the Warriors at home. So I mean, they were impressive for somewhat.
Yeah, I didn't think they were terrible. I don't know, they still just look a step below a couple of the top teams. Can they turn it on their day? Yep. But hopefully they can keep proving it against, good teams, because that's usually what we do. We bash bottom teams, and then we fucking verse good teams and we look terrible. So
I think there's a lot of 50-50 games for all clubs this year that, like, you just have to win to be there. Like, and the Sharks have had Warriors,
Dolphins beat
us, Raiders,
Penrith destroyed us.
That's what I mean. But the ones like the Raiders and the Warriors,
you've got to win them.
Like,
100%.
it could go either way.
Especially at home. Look, I'll give them this. They look pretty good at home so far.
Yeah.
They haven't. I think the only one we've lost is to the Dolphins, and look, they are very good in the ocean as well. So it's hard to argue with.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, Shark versus a Warrior in the ocean should have been Shark, no brainer.
Yeah. Warrior don't like water.
Yeah. Simple.
But yeah, that was who my honourable team was.
Yeah, I like it. I think in terms of most concerning team, so we had our honourable mention. Now we're going to go to our most concerning team. For me, it's the Eels, and it's not because they had an awful performance. It's that the injury toll for them is really starting to mount up,
especially after yesterday's fucking ankle. Holy
badly,
shit.
man! I actually, when I watched that live, I instantly knew that was a broken ankle
100%.
or whatever. Like, just the way he came down, I'm like, oh, it's sick.
I reckon he's gonna get fucking 4 to 6 at least. The winger, the Luke Lialahu.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because I reckon it's fucking bullshit. I reckon it's wrong that he will get it because he initially was going for the ball, and then when he lost the challenge, decided to, like, grab him in the air, which is a fucking penalty. You can't do it. And because of how bad that injury is, it's going to reflect, just like the Ryan Couchman hip drop on Jermaine Hopgood. The injury shouldn't reflect the penalty, but also in saying that this is what can happen.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that we've had these worst case results happen in both of these instances.
Yeah.
And I feel like they just have to give him, like, the max penalty because it's like, hey, yeah, what you did was an accident and it sucks, but you could also head high tackle someone, hit him in between the temple, and he drops dead.
Yeah.
And then, like, do you give him a week for that, or do you give him 6 weeks for how hard you get him in the head? Like, it's a shame that I really do think the severity of the injury plays a part in it, and I think if they're going to go off the back of the Couchman one, I'm looking at 4 weeks minimum for the poor guy.
Yeah, we'll see what they do with it. I think it's a different case because they're clearly trying to rule that hip drop tackle out. So I think they'd be a little bit more harsh on that. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But on the Eels, they're 2-3, 2 wins, 3 losses, and the injury toll's racking up. They're missing Peasant next week. Simonson obviously out for a while, probably the season. Russell's out, pretty bad head knock last night.
Who do they play?
Iongi, yeah, I'll tell you. Iongi's out. Dury's out for the season. Iongi will be back at some point. Hopgood's out for the season. Semrani, Penasini's out. And then they've got Titans, Dogs, Manly, and the Wars. So it's not like a terrible run in the next 4. But if they even go 2-2, which would be like a good outcome for them, right? You'd be happy with 2-2. They're still only going to be 4-5. So like, I don't know. I think they're in a little bit of trouble early in the season, and they're going to have to rely on making a late season run, which they sort of did last year. So maybe they could do it again, but I think, no hate to the Eels fans, this isn't personal, but I think you're in a little bit of trouble for the next short period of time. So
it is personal.
We'll see. It is personal. I fucking hate all of you except for Paracave. I'm a big fan of Troy. But anyway,
that's fair.
They're my most concerning team for the moment. Who's yours?
Look, mine's the Storm. I mean, it's a pretty fucking obvious one. I mean, they're literally on the verge of their 3rd straight defeat this week. I don't know the last time the Storm had lost 3 in a row. Like, honestly, I don't know. It can't have been recently. And if it is, then I'm a retard, which we already knew anyway.
Yeah.
But look, copping 50 points to the competition favourites. I mean, they are the best team. Can you take anything away from Melbourne? I mean, I absolutely think you can, because Jerome Hughes isn't really fucking playing like his best.
He's not.
Munster, I feel like Munster gets away with a lot. I feel like he actually... I don't know. For me, of late, I don't know if I watch enough Storm games. Like, he just seems to just dance around, make a few offloads, but does he really give that much in attack?
Yeah.
I feel like Jerome Hughes has done a lot of the heavy lifting, and he's just sort of been like that. It's like he's fucking playing Oztag. I don't know. Like,
yeah, no, I know what you're saying. He's kind of, he
they've
does
always
have a
had
weird
like
style.
that Pappenhausen. Hughes was an X Factor player the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Now they've got Falongo. I feel like they're just doing all the work, whereas Munster just sort of just seems to be like that extra set of hands. And I don't know. They just look like shells of themselves. I mean, the outside backs, besides Farlongo, have just been real ordinary. I mean, Warbrick had that 4-try game 2 weeks ago.
All piss tries.
That's what I mean. That's off the back of this good line set all the way through. I mean... we've already seen Moses Leo be dropped. And
if he comes back in,
a hell of an experiment. But like, really riddle off some names for you here, right? Because Melbourne always seem to be like that club where it's got these guys who just fill in, fill out. But like, none of these guys have been anywhere near their best. Got Josh King, Alec McDonald, Joe Chan, even Tui Kamika. Like, I mean, what's he doing? Just like,
he's out with a stroke at the moment. So
I probably won't kick him while he's down.
I reckon
he wasn't good on the weekend. Yeah, true. But I mean, like, these guys were usually last year and the year before. They do their role and they do it well. I mean, they're just not really playing up to the fucking standards of what the Storm team are usually like. Like, I miss the Bromwich brothers. Bring them back.
And this is what I was trying to say at the start of the year when I said I have some concerns around this Storm squad. It's like, are they decent players? Yeah, like, I think Joe Chan's actually been all right, to be honest, in the back row. He's probably been their shining light. But when you lose a star like Eli Katoa and you have to replace him with that, it's tough. It's tough to compete. And, like, their outside backs suck. They've had a few injuries. Obviously, Xavier Coates being a big one on the left side.
Lasardi looked good before he got injured as well,
100%. Like, they do have a few injuries for sure. But when you let guys like who are utility players like Grant Anderson, who can fill in literally anywhere and make a very good, centre stopper compared to Moses Leo, who's had a bad time, it's trouble time, I think.
Yeah, no, I think so too, man. Like, again, I kind of like it when these big clubs who have been strong for so long just kind of turn to shit, but I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be the Storm. I was sort of hoping it'd be like the Penrith. I'm definitely getting it out of the Bulldogs, which is definitely getting us both pretty aroused. To be honest, they're pretty shit at the moment. But look, you're pretty hard to ignore Storm being pretty concerning. They play the Warriors this week at home. So it's a ripe time to get them, and if they don't, I mean, put a line through them if you haven't already.
So both teams coming off back-to-back losses, so be pretty desperate game, you would think.
Yep. On the contrary, though, our players of the round, Super Coach King this week was your boy, Nico Hines. I mean, we've waited all year for him to make a statement in an important game, and he kind of delivered for mine. I mean, you're a bit more of a harsh critic, as you can see, sorry. But look, had try assists everywhere. Sharks were good attacking-wise. He flicking his hair in the dry as usual.
Fuck me dead. It's
annoying. Now that you said it, I can't unsee it.
It's so annoying. Fucking always putting his hair. Just wear a headband. Just put it. Or cut your fucking hair.
Wear headgear. Wear a fucking soundproof helmet like Jake Trbojevic.
Yeah, I like. You know how many times it's come off his head?
I don't know.
It's hilarious watching him get tackled and the thing just popping off like a Coke can.
Yeah, I literally can't watch the Sharks. But yeah, he was our Super Coach King at 144 points. That was the biggest total by far.
Very, very good.
And my player of the week, I'm going to glaze this guy a little bit today because I watched the Penrith game like very closely, and that Casey McLean.
He's unreal.
He is a fucking superstar. I mean, he just dominated on the left-hand side for the Panthers. I really think he's going to be in the Origin squad this year. I think there's a spot for him. I mean, obviously not at left centre, with Latrell probably being the number one selection there, I'd imagine. But I feel like you just have to get this kid in. Whether he's in the extended squad, 100%. I mean, the right centre position for New South Wales for mine is just, for years, has just been fucking, you got your Turbo who jumps in. Literally, the way he's been playing, Tom Turbo definitely is like one to put in, but it's like,
so injury
why
prone.
play these guys at a position when clearly Casey McLean is a centre?
Yeah,
he fucking is playing. He's playing better than Tom Trbojevic is at the moment. Obviously, there's more X factor to Turbo. I'd love him in the team, but just give the kid a fucking go. He's an absolute superstar. Plus, he's 19 years old.
That's crazy.
184 run meters, one try assist, 7 tackle busts. I mean, he is so hard to tackle, and I mean, he's just getting absolute service on the left hand side. Him and Milky Jenkins both having fucking seasons. I mean,
great combo.
I dare say that Jenko is getting a lot of his tries from the hard work off of Casey McLean.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially the one with his 1 try assist. Casey McLean out of nowhere, just before half time, made this line break, got through like this tight pack and just broke out and accelerated past everyone. No one could run with him. Got the last minute pass to Jenkins, who scored in the corner. I mean, fuck, if you're a Penrith fan, just seeing these players,
you got to be loving it.
Hold on to him. I don't know if they'll hold on to him, but like, fuck, man, 19 years old.
They'll hold on to him. And you know what's crazy? You've got 2 really established guys on the right side with Alamotti and Toto.
Literally.
And then putting him to shame. Like,
100%.
they actually are. It's actually so impressive.
I know, Biz is still great, Robbie. I mean,
For sure.
Look at the career he's had, but he's almost like that old... Getting to that career now. He's still young, which is crazy, right? He's still young as fuck, but he's almost like that old veteran winger now. Because when you compare him to the other backs in his team, he's the veteran winger. Like, he's like the fucking Lottie Tikiri to the Alex Johnson, you know what I mean? Like, just like chilling back there. But yeah, Casey McLean, I fucking love the guy. And honestly, I think there's so many clubs to be begging for a Casey McLean right now. And he could make big money.
Yeah, 100%. He was honestly going to be my player of the round as well. He was huge. I thought he was really impressive, and just watching the speed that left edge of Penrith move with, it's crazy. But I want to touch on another young guy as well. It's Jackson Perdue. Yeah, I think he's been really impressive, and for some reason this kid wants to stay at North Queensland. I get it. He's a Cowboys junior. Doesn't seem like he wants to leave. So fair play to him, hanging around the dog shit club. But he's just like his speed and his ability to reach that top speed quickly, break tackles, and continue through the line. He's been so impressive. I think he's going to be built. I think he's built to be a genuine running fullback, and I think they want to blood him, which is why Drinky's sort of getting the push out the door. And I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see this kid fly. He scored 2 on the weekend, and they were both out of nothing, him breaking the line and going straight through and not being able to get caught. So he was very impressive. And I do want to give an honourable mention to Jock Madden. Yeah. Second good performance in a row. He kicked that clutch penalty goal to send him to extra time, and then he kicked the winner. So not only did he do it against the Eels, beating the Eels, but he did it in a clutch moment. So big tick for Jock Madden for me. Yeah, they complemented each other pretty well, because like, it's funny because you got Jerome Luai, he's like that running 6, and then Dewey's actually had to sort of give up that 5'8" role and be more of like the structured guy, the kicking on tackles, and he's such a fucking good utility player. He's running but games.
That's
good
right.
Too.
But now he's gone back to that. He's almost like, all right, Jock's the 7, and Dewey's doing that running. He takes a lot of hit ups, and Jock Manager's there steering the ship, doing his bit. Had to click the clutch goal to get them into fucking extra time. Obviously, kicking the wing one's great, but the one from about 35, 40 out was 100% more pressure. He missed that, the game's over. But yeah, Jock Madden, fucking oath, good pick.
He is very, very good. Also, like, it reminds me of Isi Katoa a lot. The way they go like into the line, they hold, the defensive line comes, and then they get rid of it out the back. He's very, very good at doing it. You watch his shape that he plays with, super impressive. So shout out Jock Madden. Keep turning up, keep performing, and hopefully the Tigers keep winning for you, mate.
Absolutely. Other standout performers, Latrell Mitchell was great. Tryson for Giselle was also great for Newcastle on their win. As much as you don't really like him, Scott Drinkwater had a big hand in fucking getting the fucking Dragons done.
Yep.
And tipping my hat to the Manly 17, been bashed all year by everyone, especially us.
Yep.
Played pretty good. And also to Jake Turbo.
Yeah.
Good for you, mate.
Good for him.
I'm glad to have you back.
I want to touch on quickly Frank's Fools, plural of the week.
Okay.
Fools, plural of the week. Now, I'm sure we all watched the Easter Monday game yesterday. There was a bit of I think it was when the injury happened, right? On the right side with the ankle.
Yes.
There was a little bit of a push and shove with the Tigers and the Eels faithful. And then on the sidelines, you could just see, I think it's a son and a dad. I don't really know, but it was 2 people who are very clearly together. And they're in the front row, and they're going, come on. They're talking to the Tigers players for like Fanua Pole, Samuel Afanu, all these guys on the left, Luke Lualii on the left edge, and they're going, come on. And then you see the young guy go, meet me at the front. He goes, meet me at the front. I'll put the clip on this. It is so funny.
Fuck.
He offers the Tigers backs outside, and you can just see the Tigers start laughing at him.
Bro, there's some big backs at the Tigers too.
I mean, I'd knock them all out 1 outs for sure. But like, if they wanted to go out the front, we could do it. But the two Para fans who are offering the Tigers out, you two are Frank's Fools of the Week. Although I did think it was pretty funny. Like, I was laughing while I was watching it. But watching it back, like I saw Hello Sport knock them. I saw a few other people say these two are the biggest losers, which they probably are. But they were my Fools of the Week. I thought it was funny, but you're tools. So well done on winning Frank's Fools of the Week this week. The first plural.
Yeah, love that. I reckon the way that Luke Lualii was getting booed at that stadium, I reckon if they did offer him out, he would have fucking made quick work of anyone who wanted to take him on.
I think he would have.
He was pretty cross for what he thought was a bit of a soft penalty.
Very funny.
But yeah, look, I had a question for you, being this week, being like, taking the bet on the Dolphins. Are you still with it? So we've already gone through that, so that's totally fine. So
okay.
I reckon it's time we move into the NRL round preview. What do you reckon?
Let's do it, baby.
Let's fire through the games.
Let's go.
I've got them here in front of me. I'll take this from here. We've got the Panthers taking on the Bulldogs. Wow. Is that
on Thursday
night? Yeah, right. I did not think this game was this week, but nevertheless. Yeah, Panthers, Bulldogs on Thursday night. Friday night, we've got two absolute stinkers. We've got Dragons v Manly, and then we've got the Broncos taking on the Cowboys.
Rough.
Super Saturday, lead off at 3 o'clock. I love this 3 o'clock game against the Raiders. South Sydney versus the Canberra Raiders.
In Perth,
because it's a double header. We've also got the Sharks Roosters at Perth. And then we go back to Melbourne to see the Storm take on the Warriors. And on Sunday, we have the Eels Titans. Yuck. And we also have the Tigers Knights, which usually is yuck. For Pool
sure.
C, definitely in the Pool C category. But now in the Pool A category. So a bit of Sunday Arvo delight. And we've got the Dolphins taking the bye, which they fucking need because they're shit.
They really need that. That's good for my to push potentially in the top 8 around
that
there.
Is true.
So we'll take that. I'm glad I didn't take your offer.
It's a huge breath of fresh air for you. But yeah, look, I think it's actually a pretty exciting round in terms of headlines. A lot of good teams sort of coming up against each other.
Yep.
Off the back of some surprising results from last week. But matches of the round, I've got a few here. So I'll let you take your pick of the best bunch. We've got Dragons, Manly. For me, it could be anything. A bit of a snooze fest potentially because of how bad they are.
Yep.
But can we see Manly go back to back, or are we going to see one of these games where the Dragons get their first win of the year?
Can I do something with you very quickly?
Go for it.
I want to do I'm going to call it head-to-head team picking, right?
Head-to-head team picking.
So I'm going to go position-wise. So I'm going to go fullback. So I'll go, for example, the game will be Dragons versus Manly.
Yeah.
I'm going to go, give me 2 seconds. I'll just get the team list up from last week so we can do this properly.
Sure.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. Dragons versus the Manly team this week. Give me 2 seconds to get the Manly game up. Mm-hmm. So you got Gutho.
Yeah.
And you got Tom Turbo.
Easy.
Let me 2 seconds. I need to get the... for fuck's sake. Sorry, this is bad podcasting. 1 second.
That's fine.
1 second. All right, we're back.
Play the elevator music.
Okay, ready? Left wing. Tuipulotu or Hopewadi?
Lehigh.
Taking Lehigh?
Yeah.
Okay. Left centre. Cooler or Moses Sully?
Cooler every day of the week.
That's an easy one. Right centre. Garrick or Val Holmes?
Val Holmes. I fucking hate Ruben Garrick.
Okay.
Go to the Roosters.
I reckon that's a good one. It's a tough one, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
Clayton Falalo or David Farley?
Farley, just because I can say it easier.
Yep, fair enough.
Both shit.
Luke Brooks.
Nah.
King Tonga.
King Tonga.
You're taking King Tonga?
Anyone but Luke Brooks.
Okay, not bad.
Guy's a plague.
Okay, fair enough. Jamal Fogarty or Kyle Flanagan?
Jamal Fogarty.
That's a pretty easy one.
More handsome.
Paseka or Emre Gula?
Paseka. You can honestly probably pick the whole Manly pack. The Dragons forward pack is so bad, honestly.
Damien Cook or Brandon Wakeham?
Can I throw Joey Walsh into that?
He's not playing, so no.
But even though he's not playing, I'd still rather him than both of them?
No, unfortunately
I'll take Damien Cook.
Yep, that's probably a fair call there, I reckon.
Yep.
Blake Laurie, who I actually reckon hasn't been that bad for the Dragons.
Blocker.
He's lost a little bit of weight. Blake Laurie or Kobe Hetherington?
Now he's only 120 kegs. I'll take big blocker.
Ben Jamojevic or Fridge Leilua?
Oh, Jesus. Ben Turbo, off the back of a good game last week.
Fair enough. Jaden Sewer or Homoli?
Oh. Hamole's more impact, so I've got to go with him.
And finally, Hamish Stewart or Gerbo.
Fucking Hamish Stewart every day of the week.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like that. So that'll definitely turn into a clip.
Did I take any Dragons players in?
2, I think.
Cook and Farley, because I said it easier. Yeah, wow.
So it should be 11-2. So you clearly, you've got could be anything. Judging by that, Manly should dominate them, right?
I would think so after the back of last week and how bad the Dragons are.
I like it.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely like it.
Love that.
You got the Knights Tigers penciled down as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think both of these teams with good results last week, both playing with just full of confidence. I'm not sure if we'll see Jerome Luai back yet, will we? But
I don't think so.
Not quite. But hey, nevertheless, Jock Madden is just doing his bit there. But the Knights are just playing with this fucking energy I haven't seen them play with for years.
Yep.
They've beaten the Bulldogs pretty easily. They've beat the Raiders pretty easily. Coming up against the Tigers, I really do think it could be a very close game, similar to the Easter Monday clash.
I agree.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to round out the end of the weekend again. Tigers get a big... The Newcastle Knights will get like a fucking 9-day break for this one, which is great. The Tigers off the short turnaround, potentially playing an impact. But yeah, I mean, I'm fucking excited for it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game too. We'll see if there's any, late ins or anything like that. But if it's
hard to say without seeing the squad lists.
If it's par for par and it's the same as last week, I think it's a very competitive game.
Yeah,
so I find it hard to argue
watch
with.
for sure.
You've got Sharks Roosters written down. Can I ask a question?
Go for it.
What the fuck have the Roosters done to be the favourites here? Honestly, tell me. What have the Roosters done to deserve to be favourites over the Sharks here?
They beat Souths. Who else? They flogged Manly. I'm trying to think. But I'm also.
I don't understand.
What has Sharks done besides beat the Warriors?
I think we've been probably more consistent.
Who have Sharks beat this year? No, not. This is you're asking me a question. This is a genuine discussion.
Wars, Raiders,
shit,
and Titans.
So they've beat the Warriors.
Yeah.
Roosters have beaten Souths, who off the ladder is impressive. Manly.
That's it.
Did they beat the Broncos? Or is that it? Okay,
that's it.
So I mean,
they're 2 and 3. We're 3 and 2.
So I'd say it's pretty 50-50. I feel like their fucking odds could change potentially. Maybe off the back of a rest. I mean, I don't know.
I don't see what the Roosters have done to be favourites here. I get it. I get what you're saying. When you look at the stats, it makes sense. But
Biased.
I mean, in Perth, where we've got a good record, we fucked Manly up there last year. We've proven that we can beat the Roosters. We've got a pretty decent record against them head to head. Look, if it's a winger on winger game, yeah, they might beat us, but I don't know, man. I look at this and I think that's pretty disrespectful to my Sharkies.
Look, I see the argument for both, but I honestly think it's just a fucking coin flip. And hey, I reckon if it's on Sportsbet, it's probably a rort, and you can find the Sharks at favourites somewhere else at a feasible bookie. But I mean, again, I've got of this 4 or 5 games here because I literally think this week for footy tipping, it could be anything. Mm-hmm. It could be a one-sided affair, and it could be a close game. I'm excited for this week's matchups.
I think the Roosters have not played very good so far yet, often, and I think the Sharks have played some pretty decent footy for the most part. So
okay,
I think Sharks should be favourite, and I'm surprised by this line.
Would you like to take a small wager?
Yeah, what do you want?
You can buy me lunch next Tuesday.
Is it even odds? Yeah, sure. Yep, done.
I mean, I think it's relatively even.
Yeah,
I think the Roosters are going to win. You think the Sharks are going to win?
Done.
Lovely.
Happy with
that.
Get
a coffee and an Italian fucking...
Yep. A pastry
of my choosing.
Done.
Love that. Okay.
Done.
Fucking key talking points. I mean, I guess... Oh, yeah. The Bulldogs. Let's not fucking skip over this too quickly because... They were far from impressive against South. To be honest, before half-time, I thought South are done, Bulldogs look good. And then we turned the game on after full-time, after missing the second half.
Yeah.
And they put 32 points on the Bulldogs. I mean, what the fuck is happening with this team? And I love it. I fucking love it, man.
And Crichton, I don't think is going to be back, right? Like he's...
And I'll tell you what, pardon me, without him... Panthers could win by 50 again this week.
Yeah.
Imagine how good it's going to feel. Honestly, watch this space. If the Panthers put 40 or 50 on the Bulldogs,
oh my!
Turn your fucking Instagram notifications on because I am going to slaughter the Bulldogs.
Yep.
Because it is just so good to see. They're not even in the 8. I mean, I lied publicly and said how much I loved them for this year's top 4, and now they're just showing no signs of anything. I mean, I know it's still early days, but it's just like they're fucking passing the ball, waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in Bulldog Town, and the Panthers are just absolutely flying. They've gone 50 to 10, 48 to 20, 40 to 4, 26 to 6 against the Sharks, and 26-0. They've only fucking conceded like 40, not even 30 points this whole year.
Isn't it just how it's so fucking quiet? I mean, what a bunch of fucking cowardly fans. Like,
where's the Belmore drums? I don't know.
When our teams play shit, we're the first ones to go, yeah, and then we'll also shit them and bag them.
Yeah.
Whereas like Bulldogs, you get nothing.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't know if they got one-way fares to fucking Vegas and they're still over there in fucking Fremont Street.
They could be.
But hey, if your team's bad, fucking cop it on the chin and still hang around. Don't just fucking disappear back to your fucking... Jeez.
We actually did, we put up that video of where we were wearing the rabbit heads, and there was one comment that cracked me up. It was one guy going, yeah, I'd fucking hide my face too. And then someone commented saying, hey, mate, if you just look at the rest of their page, you'll find their face.
And I mean, hiding our faces, I mean, isn't that what the fucking Bulldogs whole club's doing?
I haven't seen him in 6 rounds.
Honestly, I haven't seen him since the fucking bongo drums of Vegas and they had a 0-0 record. It was only the time they looked half decent.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since then, so you're on fucking fraud watch.
But honestly, they're going to get bashed by 50 against the fucking Panthers.
Yep.
And if they're lucky, I mean, they play Eels at the Battle of fucking West Bank the following week, but even then they could go 50-50. So Bulldogs on massive fraud watch. And they play the Broncos too after that. So honestly, we could see 3 more losses in a row for the Bulldogs.
Would love that.
And we will fucking absolutely love that.
Absolutely love it.
Players to watch, Frank. Let's talk about him. Who's your player to watch this week?
There was 2 that I couldn't split. One was more... we'll start with Ethan Sanders. I think, look, it's tough for a young half to come in, debut, take the team, and you know, lift from that. So I think I want to watch this space on Ethan Sanders. I don't think he's been bad. I also don't think he's been good. And, like, fair enough. I think you got to give him a bit of credence. But if the Raiders keep losing compared to where they were last year, I think the pressure is going to start to build externally. So I think it's probably only a matter of time until we hear, you know, a bit more about Sanders and a bit more pressure starts to creep in, which is a shame, right? Because he's a young half, and he's very talented. So I hope all good there, but I think we will start seeing some pressure mount up there. So I want to watch how he goes this week.
Yep.
The other one is KL Iro. I thought he had his worst game of the year, not last week, the week before. I thought he was ordinary in defence, which is unlike him. He's usually a brick wall, and I thought he was really bad. So it was nice to see him bounce back against the Wires, and I think he's offensively starting to get the rhythm back together, and I think he's defensively a beast. I think he's one of the most underrated centres in the competition, and he's playing on Toya, who, you know, played Origin last year, had a bit of a breakout season. I think he's going to give Toya a bath. I'm calling it. Wow. I think Iro is going to give Toya a bath this week, so he's my player to watch.
Honestly, I love it because I don't like to shit can you when it comes to your players and your team, because my players are way more dislikable. But if there was like a buy, hold and sell, I'm fucking sold Iro weeks ago.
No,
I just don't. You just then said he's fucking defensively sound. Well, in fact, you said he was great. They fucking all of their tries from the Warriors in the weekend was down that right hand side.
Yeah, but that's not all to the centre. If he gets beaten 1-on-1, fair play. If they draw him past and they go to the winger, he scores in the corner. Okay. You can't put it all in the centre. But if he gets beaten 1-on-1, which he did the week before a couple of times, then you put your hand up. But if I'm telling you, you watch this guy 1-on-1, he's fucking very hard to beat.
Well, Bobby Toya this is going to be a great matchup. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to be glued to it now that we're having this debate. I don't even like pumping up the Roosters, but you got the Origin centre for Queensland currently lining up against KL Iro. Let's see. It's going to be a fucking good matchup. So
who is your player to watch this week?
I told you I was going to glaze him a little bit today. It's the Casey McLean show for sure, because he was fucking good. Yep. And I'm telling you what, prime your fucking betting accounts and fucking lick your lips, because I'm not sure who's going to line up for the Bulldogs right centre this week with the question marks with Crichton.
Yep.
But I'll tell you what, it doesn't fucking matter.
No, he's been playing on the left actually, so it'll be Tuala.
Even fucking better. Honestly, it doesn't matter who it's going to be, because Milky Jenko and Casey McLean are going to fucking have an absolute clinic. Who's the right? It's the Preston side, isn't it?
He's the right edge, yeah.
I tell you what, he's going to fucking have some hard work. Presto.
Tuala and Montoya.
Yeah, fucking poor. They're going to be talking about it on the fucking Montoyas next week, because they're in for fucking big trouble.
If Jenko gets clear air, Montoya is not going to sniff his jockstrap.
Did you see the chase on Alex Johnston? Look, I know Montoya's not in there for his speed, but then I also think,
what is he in there?
What is he in there for?
If you're not a speedy winger and you can't jump, what the fuck are you doing?
He defends quite well because he's a bigger, stronger guy. Yeah. But I mean, when you're defending guys like Alex Johnston, who aren't really like fucking powerhouse wingers, mind you, he fucking made him eat his fucking dust. Mate, poor old Marcelo.
It actually looked like he was like sort of like gaining, and then he just hit a treadmill and he just went backwards.
It's funny, because obviously like I only see the clips from his podcast. He seems like he's got a bit of fucking good chat.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I just reckon they're in big trouble. well, this is Casey McLean kid's going to honestly
Interesting.
put down the whole left side for fucking Penrith this week. And if it's anything like the weeks that have gone in with these big pointed games, Casey McLean, anytime try scorer, fucking looking right at it. So,
It's a shame too. I wish it was Crichton because they actually lined up because he was at right centre last year. McLean gave him a bath last year. He gave him a dead set bath.
And this was him.
Yeah.
He was fucking him at Penrith.
Yeah.
And then they left and fucking for all this cash, blah, blah, blah. And
it was probably the only, Crichton was very good last year. It was probably the only matchup he got really dominated in. And it was McLean who was 18. So I hope they bring him back. I hope they put him on the right just to see it.
I hope they win by 60, man. So
good call, I reckon.
Yep.
Let's go lock of the week. Who you got? I think last week I said Panthers head-to-head was the lock against Storm, which looked good. I was a little bit worried by the line, which I shouldn't have been because they won by 50. But Panthers head-to-head gets up. Dolphins failed, so you must have done the Dolphins.
Yeah, I did. I fucking took the Dolphins at Manly. Dolphins at home against Manly. I'm pretty sure I took them head-to-head, which was like $1.40 something, and I was even comfortable saying the line, and wasn't I wrong? Hey, hand up when you're wrong. It's a terrible pick.
It's good accountability.
Who saw that coming?
Good accountability.
Who saw it coming?
Yeah, no one.
Nobody. So I took the L on the lock of the week last week, so don't take mine this week, unless you're a fucking hard man, because my lock this week, take your pick, Casey McLean, Tom Jenkins anytime. I don't fucking care who it is. Take them both.
Both of them?
I'll put 2 locks out there this week because I'm that confident. Either of them to score a fucking try. Correction. Both of them to score a try. They're both going to score. They're both locks of the week. Bulldogs are in huge trouble. Said it all episode. Casey McLean anytime try scorer. Tom Jenkins anytime try scorer. They're both locks. You'll get Jenko for like $1.60. But honestly, he's going to score. I'd rather them than fucking head to head.
Fair enough. I like it. Great lock. Let's see how these ones age. And now, my lock of the week, and you might not like this, it might be putting the mocker on you. It's not intentional, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
It's South Sydney. I think they just got too many points in them for the Raiders. I know the Raiders are down on confidence, and maybe, and you know, South can play a little bit. They don't put the belt to us sometimes. Like they play a little bit too close for my liking.
Yep.
I think they should win this one. I think they're going to be about $1.50 somewhere around there.
Yep.
And I just think they got more points in them. I think they're the better squad. So I'm going to go South as my lock of the week. Hopefully, I haven't just put the moral loss on you.
No, I appreciate that because I think I'm actually with you here again. I'm first one to critique them, but I think we're going to get the job done this week.
I think so.
Too many points. I think Latrell's going to just keep fucking scoring tries on the left hand side. Canberra are the boogeyman side for Souths in history would show. I still haven't forgotten about that prelim loss to the fucking Raiders in 2019 when Papali just ran over Damien Cook like a fucking little speed hump. So definitely watch this space potential for a close game, but I'm with you. Hopefully the Souths get up.
I like it.
Lock them up.
Let's talk upsets for this week. Last week we both said Tigers were very good odds. Knights were very good odds. I definitely said Macassini was good odds against Sean Russell, which again, I thought he looked pretty good. They just didn't give him much ball out on that left edge. So Macassini got down, but the other two got up. So I think the upsets have been pretty good value calls so far. Who you got this week?
Mate, I got 2, and to be honest, I'll leave 1 to you because I think from here it's going to be very similar. I've got Tallis Duncan anytime.
Oh, he's been good. He's been really good.
I think he's probably been a top 3 player for South.
Yeah.
He's fine. Like he started the year off the bench. We had Ewan Aitken playing there, and to be fair, he was playing quite well there, and then got injured, so we fucking threw Tallis Duncan in there. But I mean, he has just added this fucking. Oh, he's like a mini Murray, playing like the early Cam Murray, just like big hit ups, plenty of line breaks, and he fucking tackles so well and hits hard. He has a penalty even every now and then, but I feel like he's sort of reined that back, probably under the coaching of Bennett. He's sort of like dialed it back a bit. I'm telling you, against this fucking Raiders back row, I really like him for a try.
Huddy's been pretty bad to start the year, so if he goes one out 1-on-1, it's hard not to back Duncan at this point.
They're going right and left pretty equally. Obviously, all the stars are on the left hand side, but you've still got like the right hand side of Tallis Duncan, Jack Whiten, and Campbell Graham is fucking superb.
Yeah, they've been good.
So I mean, don't lock it up. It's not a lock of the week, but it's surely a pretty handy value play. So Tallis Duncan anytime for me.
I think either of those second roles. I think this is the match that Fat Feeder has to fucking lift and really put fucking belt to ass.
At least a few line breaks. I
want to see it. I want to see some urgency. He gets a good matchup against Noel Martin, who's the young guy for the Raiders. So I think I want to see either of those anytime try scorers this week.
Yeah, I love it, mate. And what about you? What do you got for the value of the week?
I'm going Sharks. If I can get him at $2 against this Roosters team who haven't proven anything to me this year, I'm all for it. I think we play good at Perth. I think confidence-wise, it's not bad. It's probably going to be a bit of a shootout, which I don't love against the Roosters because they can score big points. But if you're talking reliability, I think it's hard to go past the Sharks here at a good price. So I think they look good. I think Knights also Could look very good value this week. I don't know if they're playing at home or away, but
I feel like it's at
Campbelltown, which probably benefits the Tigers. But I think the Tigers are probably due some regression.
Yeah.
They've overperformed 2 weeks in a row now. We'll see. I think Knights are good value. Sharks and Knights for me this week.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. I think Sharks are definitely the dog of the week, so pretty good price for mine also.
Love that.
We'll fire through these quick picks. So Panthers, Bulldogs.
It's got to be Penrith.
Yep, for me also. Dragons, Manly.
How can you pick the Dragons? It's Manly.
I thought you were going to fucking take them.
Nah.
I'm going Manly too. Who would have thought? Fuck the Dragons. Broncos, Cowboys.
I'm actually going to go the Cowboys here. I think the Broncos have got a lot of outs that are going to impact their squad quite a bit. I know the Cowboys are dog shit, but they can score probably 20, 30 points, and we'll see if the Broncos can do it with fucking Duffy in for their starting half. So
yeah, and Reece Walsh out too, no?
Walsh out. There's like 3 or 4 first team out. So the big advantage of the Broncos is obviously the forward pack.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
we'll see. I think Cowboys look all right.
Yeah, honestly, I'm torn. Fuck it, I'll go Cowboys too. I'd love to see the Broncos get beat.
Yep.
South Raiders.
South
for me too. Sharks, Roosters.
Sharkies.
Yeah, I like the value at the Sharks, but I think the Roosters are going to win. So I'm taking the Roosters. Storm, Warriors.
Yeah, this is a tough one. They belted the Warriors. They belted the Warriors.
Warriors do like Melbourne.
Did they beat the Warriors? Beat them at home last year.
Yes, they did. That's what I'm saying. The Warriors like this matchup.
If the Warriors had been winning a little bit more, I'd feel more comfortable. I don't know. I think this is a toss-up. I think toss-up.
Yeah, I'm expecting Storm to bounce back here. It could be a tight one, so I'm going to take Storm, expecting them to bounce back.
Yep.
Never seen them lose 3 in a row in my life, so I don't think it's going to change today.
Yep.
Eel, Titan.
Again, it's an ugly one. I'll go Eels. A lot of outs. Fuck. I think Eels but I don't know. I don't love it.
I think it could be another fucking 2-point game. I'm going to take Titans because I feel like their attack is better.
Yeah, I could see it.
And then Tigers v Knights. Tough one again.
It's a tough one. I'm going to go Knights. I think I've liked what I've seen a little bit more from them. And I think, like I said, Tigers drew some regression. So I'll go Knights.
Yeah, I think there's a bit more X factor with the Knights. I love the Tigers. I love Dewey, and I want them to win at Campbelltown. But I'm going to go the Knights too.
Nice.
Love that. All right.
And the Dolphins versus the bye?
Unfortunately, the Dolphins are going to get a free one to the bye. The bye yet to win this year.
Frank's Dolphins definitely going to get up there. Love to see it. Climb that ladder, baby.
But there, look, folks, that's the wrap for our NRL show this week. Guys, we'll start doing a better job of adding it into our daily posts and stuff like that. But leave comments, leave stuff on our hotline. We want to dive into. We didn't have anything come through this week, which is a shame. We would have loved to touch on some stuff. It can literally be anything, talk shit, talk footy, whatever it is. So please leave us some stuff through the middle of the week. We'll do a better job of posting it for you guys to remember.
Yep.
But of course, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Hang around for the AFL show if you're interested. Otherwise, get fucked.
Yep.
We love you. We respect you. Frank, anything from you?
Nah, that's it.
Nothing at all. Love that. Cheers, guys. Appreciate you, and goodbye.